You know that meme that compares a boss when you fight them versus when they join you and become playable? It's a very popular meme that illustrates the frustrating reality of many games. Sometimes a character is a heck of a lot more powerful when you face them compared to when you actually get to use them. You essentially get a nerfed version of the character, which can be very disappointing. Now, this is done for the simple reason that players need to be given a challenge, something to overcome, and they cannot be given something that trivializes or facilitates the game. Balance must be preserved. A broken boss puts players to the test, and a nerfed boss gives players something new and cool to play with without compromising the difficulty of the game. So, as unfortunate as it is to get a dumbed down version of an overpowered character, the logic behind the decision makes sense, and it also applies to weapons, abilities, gear, etc. that are broken. But you know what it does not apply to? Two of the most badass characters in all of gaming. Albert Wesker from Resident Evil and Vergil from Devil May Cry. These two are some of the most powerful, epic, and cool characters of all time. Instantly recognizable and synonymous with the words overpowered and badass. But you know what's the most remarkable thing about them? The fact that when we get to play as them, they are just as overwhelmingly strong and cool as when they are non-playable. Not to mention that they are extremely satisfying to play. You feel utterly unstoppable. So they buck the prevalent trend in the medium. They are outliers, exceptions to the rule. Broken characters that are not nerfed when you finally get to take control of them, which allows us to feel like all-powerful murder machines that can decimate all that stand before us. One of the best feelings in all of gaming, and one that is difficult to convey. Which is all the more reason why Capcom deserve praise, since they are responsible for both of these characters. So Wesker and Vergil are both badasses. That much is clear. However, there is one small question that needs to be answered. Which one is cooler? Which one is more overpowered? Which one is more satisfying to play? Which one is more badass? Okay, that's more than one question, but you get the point. So, shall we decide the winner of this competition? Though first, in order to illustrate my arguments better, how about some gameplay of the two of them side by side and separately? You know, just to give you a feel for their awesomeness. Let's go. Drum roll, please. that was something else, huh? I'll tell ya, the only thing better than watching these two in action is getting to actually play as them. Boy, did I have fun gathering this gameplay. But enough about that. Let's get to my conclusions now, since that is what you're really here for. Okay, so first up, which one is cooler? Well, I hate to disappoint, but I think that we have a draw here. Yeah, I know that saying it's a tie and having them both win is a cop-out and an unsatisfying answer. But come on now, it's basically impossible to pick a winner here. They both have pretty much the same style. Hair combed back, which is, you know, the official Chad hairstyle. Similar attire that is both elegant and practical, with a preference for long coats and the dark colors, which are staples of looking like a badass. They both have the same intimidating demeanor of "I'm too cool for this, stand in my way and you'll regret it. I am a certified ass-kicking machine, no one can stop me, I always get what I want, etc." The only difference is that Vergil is more of the calm, collected, and emotionless badass, while Wesker is more the calculating, maniacal, and egotistical kind of badass. But these differences do not change the fact that when you see them, you instantly think, nope, I am not messing with that guy. And damn, that guy looks like a total boss. Now yes, Wesker's sunglasses might give him the edge in style points, but I cannot very well put him over Vergil just for that, right? As for their coolness in battle / during gameplay, well... I do not think that I really need to elaborate on why they are so cool in battle and why I can confidently say that we have a draw here, right? Okay, so moving on, who is more overpowered? This is honestly a tricky question, since you can answer it in two ways. Either we look at how powerful they are within their respective universes, or how powerful they are when compared to each other. If we use the former, then they are once again tied, since they stand at or near the top of the pyramid of power in each of their worlds. However, if we go by the latter, then I think we have to give Vergil the edge here, right? Wesker has superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, abilities, etc. And he is a master of hand-to-hand combat, and quite adept with weapons, including firearms and bladed weapons. But he is still human. While Vergil, on the other hand, is, well, only half human, his other half being a freaking demon. So not only is he just as strong and fast, if not more, but he can also do all sorts of crazy things, like teleporting, summoning his demon form as a shade to fight alongside him, slicing through dimensions, and he can straight up transform into a demon. All of this on top of also being an expert at hand-to-hand combat, plus a master swordsman. Next, who is more satisfying to play? I think that they are pretty even here. When you use them, especially when you use them well, you feel like a god, decimating everything in your way. Few things are as satisfying in either series as playing these two. However, while I would love to declare another draw here, Vergil does have a slight edge. He is more difficult to play than Wesker, especially more difficult to play well. This is due to the fact that Devil May Cry is more difficult to play than Resident Evil. So while playing both of them masterfully is arguably just as satisfying, doing so with Vergil requires more skill, and thus, it is more satisfying when you do manage to pull off expert plays with him. Therefore, I give this one to Vergil too. Well now, this will not do. For a Resident Evil channel, and for me as a bigger Resident Evil fan, I cannot just have Wesker lose now, can I? So, to even the odds, here's a bonus round. Who has the biggest and most prevalent influence on their series? Wesker wins here hands down, since he is present in every main series Resident Evil game, even if only in name. And most of these significant turning points in the series can be traced back to his machinations. Plus, he is at least a secondary antagonist in almost every main series game. Conversely, Vergil's effect on Devil May Cry is less pronounced, with him mostly doing his own thing on his own without impacting the story much, except when he inevitably clashes with his brother Dante. So while still very important, essential, and meaningful to his series, Vergil cannot compare to Wesker here. So, who is the biggest badass between them? Well, dear viewer, if you tally all the results, then we have a draw. Now, I know. Like I said earlier, it's disappointing to end up without a clear winner and a massive cop-out to conclude with a tie. But again, come on. Do you think that I or anyone can really definitively pick a winner here? I seriously do not think so. Plus, do you really think that I would risk having a mob of angry fans from either side coming after me with torches and pitchforks? Nope, I think I will pass. But oh, jokes aside, that's the video. Seeing people compare these two in comments is what inspired me to make this video. They are two of my favorite characters of all time, so it was an honor and a pleasure to pit them against each other like this. Honestly, this is as much of a tribute as it is a comparison, and I hope that it was as enjoyable for you to watch as it was for me to put it together. Now all that's left is to hear from you, dear viewer. So please let me know in the comments below if you agree with my conclusions or not, and who you would crown as the top badass. Also, please do drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and please do subscribe for more Resident Evil. Doing these two things would really help me out a lot. Additionally, down in the description I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my main channel where I cover Pokemon. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video.